Now presenting
The RK Ultra Podcast,
Expanding Your Minds.
whether you want it or not.
Welcome to RK Ultra. I'm really excited for today's episode. We're going to be talking about the sequel to a classic movie that's dropping soon. We're going to be talking about the ghost with the most. Of course, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice 2 is coming out the 6th.
Not Beetlejuice 2.
Oh, it's Beetlejuice. Thank you, Kristen. Today, called her here to correct me.
Well, I was 7 when the movie came out. I think I got some time on my belt with this one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I've seen it several times, but I didn't really watch it till I was more of a, like a teenager.
I think the more, well, when, I was a kid and it came out, it was like so cool. And then you're kind of like, you get into your 20s and you watch it again and you're like, oh, wow, that wasn't so subtle. And then you get to my age and you're like, wow, they were not only ahead of their time, but my God, like Michael Keaton was just genius in that.
Yeah.
The older you get, the more you like appreciate what he did in that movie.
Oh, no, yeah, it's magic, just to see him. He improvised a lot of that.
90%.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah.
Officially 90%.
Wow, that's
of all of Beetlejuice's lines were improvised. He's
straight from
hilarious.
Keaton.
It's just quite amazing. He just got into that character, and, I'm sure he rehearsed it in his own head for, had a good idea of what he was going to do, but...
What is Beetlejuice's job in the movie again?
He's a bioexorcist.
Yeah.
And actually his name on the flyer is Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
But yeah, it's Beetlejuice. So yeah, that's what he does. He's a bioexorcist. So if you're trying to get rid of the living, you call him and he comes in and he exterminates the living out of the house. So that's what he does.
That's hilarious.
You're a ghost, you're dead in your house, and you don't like the new current residents, for some reason.
So are they bringing back all like the old actors for the new one?
A lot of them.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin are not coming back for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, which I thought was weird.
Not Alec Baldwin?
No, Alec Baldwin.
What the fuck?
Well, he's reeling from rust. So
That's a ripoff.
So they're not going to be in the movie, but Catherine O'Hara is back reprising her role as Delia Deetz. Winona Ryder is back, and she's reprising her role. She has a daughter, new character. Character's name is Astrid, played by Jenna Ortega.
Of course.
Right, because she's the...
Oh, she's in Beetlejuice too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, duh.
I mean, ever since she did Wednesday, she's basically
she's
this new version of what Winona Ryder used to be.
Yeah, she was in Scream 4 or 5 too. Yeah.
She was in a Scream movie?
Yeah, she was in one of the Scream movies. She just became that horror goth go-to girl.
I have to be honest with you, I stopped at Scream 3.
Yeah,
As soon as they killed Jamie Kennedy, I was done. So, how do you kill Randy? Anyways, I digress. It's supposed to be good. And then the dad, unfortunately, it seems as though he has died in the movie.
Yeah, they killed off that character.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they did. And there's some new characters that are introduced. Justin Theroux is in it. Jennifer Aniston's ex. Willem Dafoe is in it.
Oh,
You know it's going to be good. 'Cause
Yeah.
he does crazy good.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen The Lighthouse?
No.
It's like a creepy sailor horror suspense movie where just two sailors go insane on a lighthouse in the middle of the ocean.
Oh.
And it's got the guy from Twilight.
Sounds like work on a Saturday night.
Who's that guy from Twilight?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson, William Dafoe, just going
love
insane.
That Kevin knew that immediately.
I know.
Oh, well, Twilight is he's my least favorite Batman. No, I'm kidding. He did okay. Yeah, he became Batman. That's why I know that.
I don't know. I felt like that was like going in a direction of he was my heartthrob. I was like, Kev.
No, oh yeah, I'm just so not until he became Batman though.
He's not
the
Batman.
vampire.
Michael Keaton is Batman.
Michael Keaton.
No, yeah, exactly. Michael Keaton will always be Batman.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm really excited for Beetlejuice 2, or Beetlejuice, as it were. I keep forgetting that. But it's because Michael Keaton finally gets a chance to reprise a classic role and do it. Like, I was really excited to see The Flash because Michael Keaton was coming back as Batman. And he was, but it didn't really do him justice so much. It was good, but it could have been way better. And for this, it looks like they gave him a lot more, there's screen time for, he probably got a lot more control into it.
He's awesome.
Looks really good.
I want to say like I'm a hardcore fan, but again, that was my generation. It was such a huge flick. One of the things that I was kind of excited about is, so in the original movie, when Beetlejuice comes to the real world and he goes to marry Lydia Dietz, which is Winona Ryder, in like one of the most classic scenes ever, she's in that big puffy red wedding dress, and he's in like the velour suit, and he puts his arm out and they like slide up, and then like the little munchkin guy is reading from the Bible. Well, when he goes to get the ring, he's like searching all over his suit, and he goes into his pocket and he pulls out a finger with a ring on it. And he looks at her and he's like, she meant nothing to me, nothing. He takes the ring off and throws the finger. In Beetlejuice, there's a new character played by Monica Bellucci, and it looks like she's the girl with the missing finger. So we figure out the owner of that ring and that finger.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Which for a nerd like me, for this movie, I'm like, this is super exciting.
They pulled out from that little gag in that scene. They pulled out.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got an ex-wife out there somewhere.
That's what I'm like. This is so cool. Like, that little thing that.
It looks like they put some like good thought into the script.
I was just really surprised that Adam and Barbara Maitland, the original ghosts, like I said, are not in it. I just thought that was kind of strange.
Well, I mean, I think after Alec Baldwin shot that person,
but didn't.
But no, hey, it couldn't have been his fault. Definitely not.
It was just a loaded gun.
It was just a I'm sure there's no way he could have known that he was holding a loaded gun
on set of his movie that he was producing.
Right. Yeah.
Have you seen the aftermath footage of it?
No.
Is Alec Baldwin just like
just getting high off of it, like, oh yeah.
I'm trying not to.
Meanwhile, his wife's popping out kid number 12 in a yoga position.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of demand to see Alec Baldwin in the movies anymore.
I don't think so either.
It's just
I think it fits.
Whether. I mean, actually, it is, dark comedy, right?
Well, yeah. Well, the dark comedy would have been not killing off the dad.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know this till you told me the sex offender.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah. What was he doing?
Charles Dietz, the actor that played Charles Dietz, the dad in the original Beetlejuice, as like a person in real life, he pleaded no contest to pornography, taking naked pictures of a 14-year-old boy. So he got charged, and then he had to register as a sex offender. So I'm pretty sure that's why they killed him off in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember his face.
Yeah.
He was the scientist in Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck?
Yeah.
No, I remember. You mean like
You've seen Howard the Duck, right?
The fucking full-size humanoid duck?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's
The
really like a midget in a duck suit, but
okay,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah, with Leah Thomas,
I don't remember
Thompson, whatever her name is.
I've seen it like one time, but I don't really remember it. No. I'm gonna watch some Howard the Duck.
Out. What the hell? That was like actually hurt my heart a little bit. Howard the Duck.
Did he play hockey or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay.
Yeah.
You get a half a point back, street cred.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, I don't know. This should be interesting. And here's the other thing, like I said, as like a fan of the original, I wonder, what is Catherine O'Hara comes back? Like I said, I mean, is she going to be like a sculptor again? Like we saw in the couple of trailers that we watched. Apparently, they're going to do a dancing scene, so they're paying an homage to the really classic, iconic dancing scene where the shrimp cocktail comes to life.
Yeah,
and they, you know what I'm talking about?
Is that the Ayo?
Yes, Deo. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes.
I like it looks like that they used a really good mix of like prop gags and CGI. Like some of it I can tell is CGI, but they used a lot of like classic prop gags like they would.
Oh, perfect.
Like
we need to go back to that.
Yeah, and I really you could tell that the makeup on his face was makeup.
Oh, it really was. And so I actually watched a interview with Jenna Ortega, Catherine O'Hara, Michael Keaton, and Winona Ryder. And you are correct. They used majority of the movie is not CGI.
Yeah.
And they said that this was the first time that they actually stepped back onto a film set where they were like, wow, not only is it nostalgic being all here together, but it's also really cool being on a set where we're actually doing the craft that we did when we originally did this. And so, because everything nowadays is just computers, they don't actually do anything real anymore. But they were just talking about the chemistry and how good it was to see each other, and they're just really excited. They really believe in the film, which I think is good because, I mean, you and I were talking earlier. It's like nothing good's coming out anymore.
No.
And anything that is coming out that's nostalgia-based, they're trying to remake it.
Yeah.
And it's nice that this isn't a remake. It's nice that it's a sequel.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
You know, it's...
And I feel like the ones that, if they try to do the nostalgia thing, is they do it as a sequel, it works so much better than just a soulless remake cash grab.
It looks like the Sandworm is back,
Oh,
which
yeah,
I'm really
for sure.
excited about because the Sandworm was
Beautiful.
like awesome. And I think they do make a trip to the office.
Oh,
really?
I'm sure they will.
Yep, I think they make a trip to the office. And we know that the guys with the little heads are definitely in the movie because we saw it in the trailer as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the shrunken head guy.
It's going to be Tim Burton. It's still Danny Elfman composing the...
I think so. I mean, I don't see how you can do that without Danny Elfman.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
just the original, we were just listening to it. It's like literally iconic. Any 80s kid, as soon as you hear the beginning few seconds of the intro of Beetlejuice, it's like I immediately in my head just want to jump on a couch, get under a blanket, and just watch it like I've watched it for the first time. Yeah.
I mean, that's like Tim Burton's go-to composer too. Like, say it's the same with the Batman theme to me because he also did the Batman theme from '89. I hear that in my head all the time.
And that is Batman. I don't care what anybody else says.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really excited. It's great to see actually something great. And you did tell me that it has a great score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, they premiered it at a festival. I think it was just yesterday, and so far the critical response was good. It was reported at 78%, but when I looked on Rotten Tomatoes, it was already at like 81%.
That's so awesome.
You know, and the critics usually mean nothing. You look at the audience score over that, but I mean, it's already made some money domestically. I guess it's premiered in some other countries, and it's raking it in. It's expected to break, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So-
I've been hearing people talk about it for weeks and weeks.
And here's the great part about this movie. If you look back on it, there isn't one scene that isn't iconic. I mean,
Yeah.
from beginning to end. I mean, the opening and when they finally die coming up and they're covered in water and the fireplace is already lit and you hear that Danny Elfman score, like those really low horns coming in. And then, bam, out the door, sandworms. Brought back into the house. Boom, there it is, the handbook for the recently deceased. Oh my God, I don't think we survived the crash. I mean, it's freaking epic. Like it's such a good movie, and it was just really nice to see, like I said in the trailers, that it looks like they're paying respect and actually like continuing the story. Here's the thing though, since the Maitlands aren't in it, they're gonna have to explain to us, the actual avid fan, how the Maitlands got out of the house. Because the Maitlands couldn't leave the house. As soon as they walked out the door or the front steps, they went into the sandland with the sandworm.
Maybe they commit wormicide.
Maybe they got dewormed. So stupid.
No, yeah, I'm probably sure they'll give us some sort of explanation on that.
They're
or,
gonna
you
have
know,
to.
Yeah.
And I'm like a weirdo. I was really looking, and we can't figure out, like, was it abandoned?
Yeah, it looked like it had been abandoned a long time in the preview. I honestly can't wait to see it.
Me too. I'm
We'll
very
find it,
excited.
yeah.
I have so many questions, and I really feel like they're going to be answered. But
What is this, Friday, September 6th?
yes.
Yep. We'll see it a few days afterwards. Maybe we'll do a follow-up, see how that goes.
So excited.
Yeah, all right.
I really am.
Yeah, me too. I think that's going to be the end of today's episode. In the comments below, tell us, are you excited to see Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, or would you rather see Johnny Depp playing an aging Edward Scissorhands?
That would be fucking
Still with
cool.
Winona Ryder, who, by the way, talks really weird now. Like, she's just,
Does she?
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of weird.
it's not like strokey, but it's kind of strokey.
Okay.
I don't know. Listen to an interview, check it out,
All right.
and text me and tell me your thoughts. One word, strokey.
You can find us on X and Instagram at RKUltracast.
Or find us at www.rkultra.com.
So follow us because we'll be following you straight to the afterlife.
Sandworm realm.